welcome back here on JustDaZack, where it's my continued mission to show you an interesting video game almost every single day. This time we are going to have a look at Slay the Princess, a visual novel where we have to, well, slay the princess, which is also a horror game and maybe potential dating simulator. Also has the CRPG tag for reasons, sure. There's probably some role-playing elements. This game is going to come out sometime in the future, and we're going to have a look at the official demo if you want to check it out for yourself. What is going on? Link is as always down in the description. Yeah, this is a horror game. This is not, you know, good feel slay the princess kind of game. This thing is evil, and we have to interact with it. We have to try and slay it, apparently. That's pretty much all I know. I saw some screenshots, and it looked very intriguing, and as always, if it's interesting, that's where we are at. Preferences, I mean, some basic things for a visual novel. I think that's fine. Unseen text. There's an accessibility menu somewhere, which I very much like. I think I saw that under controls. Opens the accessibility menu. Shift A. Can I do it already? Oh, there we go. Right. If self-voicing, text-to-speech. No, thank you. But some extra menus if you want to go with it. Let's finally hit start game. I kind of don't want to. Chapter 1, the hero and the princess. But I also kind of do want to.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I love this. I didn't expect voice acting, to be honest. Yeah, cool. Go.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Ooh, and we have a lot of options. Turn around and leave. Let's just go. Silently continue to the cabin. Sweet. I've always wanted to have a monarch. Viva la revolution. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Explore. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Explore. Forget it. I'm not doing this. Can't someone else do it? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Oh, man, that's... We're gonna have a discussion on a ground level there. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Let's just... No, turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Yeah, home. Bye. Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and I'll slay the princess. Ugh. Totally annoyed. Okay, fine. I go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Lie. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going, the cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Quietly continue down the path from the cabin. Okay, let's just, you know, before we... I'm not going to... The only thing that matters is where I'm not going, the cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. Let's go with that. Let's just leave.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Okay, let's actually bring up the volume. I can't in-game, but considering that there's voice acting, let's wrap it fully up.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Oh, great. Well, thanks for... Well, we tried. Looks like we don't have to turn around again and leave again. Okay, I'm going into the cabin. Sheesh. Let's... No, okay, I did not expect that. I thought like a fake ending, you know? Okay, the world ends, try again. Okay, turn around again and leave
really
again.
Keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Like, seriously, the narrator is way too quiet. Preferences? Preferences. Yeah, voices all the way up. Would be nice to have this even more in the foreground. Considering the music and volume is surprisingly loud in comparison to the voice. I don't care, I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. Maybe apparently that's the thing that's going on, I have no idea. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Quietly continue down the path. Yeah, I feel you are indeed emotionally blackmailing and manipulating me. How dare you?
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
Yeah, they're out of maturity. That's just gaslighting, isn't it?
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
We'll end up at the cabin anyway, right? Yeah.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Yeah, the voice definitely needs to be way louder. Even for me, it's so quiet. While the music is... Maybe could fiddle with the music, but then the voice would still be super quiet. I really hope it's fine for you guys at the very least. There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way over this place. Now I know we have to go in there. That's where the game is, but I also kind of want to find out what happens if you just continue to refuse. Let's go.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Oh, that's a few more cabins.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
I wonder if this means that we are like in a dream or something.
Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Oh, so there was Chapter 2, The Stranger? Wait, what?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
But I thought I died. Chapter 2? Wait, so... What would have happened? How would I reach Chapter 2 the other way around?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, my guess is if you go normally into the cabin, the princess or something will probably end you very early on and then you just start over or something in Chapter 2. I'm getting a terrible sense of déjà vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no, you aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? Yeah.
Last time? Last I checked, there wasn't any last time. We've just met, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Wait, Voice of the Contrarian? That's new.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
Okay, I already feel like the narrator is just a different voice in our head. There's the voice of the hero in us, there's the voice of the contrarian, and then there's the voice of the narrator in us, I think.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Alright. Explore. Those worlds weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin. There's worlds here, that's true. I mean, we kind of saw already that we have to go to the cabin. You can't force me. Lie. Yep. Okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay that princess. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Yeah, let's go to the cabin. I feel like I've waited my task for too long.
Before you go any further.
Yeah, there's a wall now. Interesting.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Alright.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
I mean, that's makes sense as well.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
I agree. Proceed into the cabin. Alright.
The interior of the cabin is odd. The air smelling faintly of plastic, the wood of the walls fitting together at uncomfortable angles. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Wonder if this is has a meaning? That there's not the wall in the background anymore. Because we're in chapter 2 now somehow. So I feel like we should see the wall in the background. We are not in chapter 1 where the house was just on a hill. But maybe it's just an oversight, maybe it's intentional, I have no idea.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Wait, someone sends us on the quest to slay the princess without even a blade? Wow, how convenient that there's just a blade here at the entrance.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Makes sense.
I, for one, would rather have it. We don't really know what we're dealing with here.
Yeah, okay, voice of the hero is not the main character, it's just different voices in our head.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
What does princess stand for then? It seems to be hidden meaning, maybe? I just started, I'm already questioning everything and we haven't even met the princess yet. Explore, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Explore, approach the mirror, take the blade, enter the basement. Yeah, you didn't say anything about the mirror. The mirror's gonna kill us, isn't it?
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
I don't know.
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Interesting.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Maybe trusting the narrator is the most sensible thing, and maybe the other voices are. Oh man, why would you lie about that? What's the point? I guess the narrator just can't see it. I also want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Doesn't matter. Mind silent. Approach the mirror. I mean, clearly, the world has to see me. I want to see me. I kind of do not want to see me. I'm probably horrendous.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important.
I don't think he's lying, though.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? So we're all in agreement then. We're looking.
Take the blade, approach the mirror. Oh,
You
jump
walk
scare.
up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Please, I don't know if this game has jump scares or anything. Please don't.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean. Oh!
Reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Whoa, looking at my hand, I have an idea, at the very least. 2, 4, 5. Wait, maybe we are the princess. We are the... Wait, what? Are we the princess too, maybe? Maybe the princess is...
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Huh. We have a freaking monster hand. That's a thing. Maybe... Okay. Let's just take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Pretty sure having the blade is a trap option, and we should not take it, but I'll take it anyway.
Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Keep your grasp as it is. I mean, I don't know how it is. Hold the blade the other way, towards us? Okay, This is just what I factually do not understand it. So it would be nice like to have at least like a visual indication, because I do not know how I'm holding blade right now. Or is it just, oh wait, our mouse prompt changed. Is it that? Because now the cursor changed? Hold the blade the other way.
You switch your
It
grip on
does
the blade.
change.
Congratulations.
Okay, now we're stabby.
Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Okay. Throw the blade out of the window. Probably the right solution, so of course we're not gonna do that. Enter the basement. We haven't even seen the princess yet, and I'm so
The door to
confused.
the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase built from an unidentifiable and featureless material. The steps barely seem to fit together, and upon closer inspection, they barely seem to go anywhere at all, let alone down. The air here has an almost artificial quality to it, the scent of plastic from the cabin mingling with a cocktail of chemical odors. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Fun fact, if chemical odors but form the sense of plastic, so we are not necessarily in a medieval time age or anything. If plastic is a thing.
Her voice carries up the stairs, its multitonal lilt adding to the already uneasy atmosphere.
Hello. Is someone there?
Why the smiley though?
This isn't what I expected her to sound like. What is she? Well, she's not a princess, that's for sure. She is a princess. Don't let your imagination run wild.
What the hell are you? Hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Silently continue down the stairs. I mean, she already sensed our presence, right? Let's just go with hi.
Is that company? We don't remember the last time we had company.
Why the smiley though?
It takes you a moment to orient yourself before you're able to start moving forward. As you enter the next room, the form of the princess comes into view, her wrist bound to the far wall in heavy shackles.
I mean, not really. Seems like she's kind of free right now. I don't really see any. I mean, I see the shackles, I see her hands, and I don't see them being connected. Maybe this one, but this one definitely not.
She locks eyes with you,
Oh!
one moving a little faster than the other, the loose skin of her face stretching into something resembling a smile. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine?
This was probably the contrarian.
Why are you just standing there? Are you scared of us?
Okay. Why the smiley though? Oh! The stranger! Okay. To be continued. Wait. Okay, wait. One more content. Episodes 1 to 4 of Scarlet Hollow are out now. Okay, that seems to be something else. Wish on the Prince. Wait. I want to start over. Because we already basically started with chapter 2 with me messing around. This is fine. I want to start anew. Okay, the hero and the princess. I feel like that's on me, because I already kind of defied the game at the beginning. This is not necessarily what the game expects you to do. It allows you to, but it seems like it doesn't necessarily expect you. So let's just go straight up to the cabin. Silently continue to the cabin. Okay, I want to see what happens in chapter 1.
The short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Also, finally, it seems like the contrarian only appears in chapter 2. Who was not here at least. Proceed into the cabin. Okay, let's see what happens like normally. Also this animation, nice.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
The table itself also has a different shape and here in chapter 1.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Sure.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay, we don't even have the choice to hold the blade different this time, because the contrarian isn't with us. Okay, enter the basement. Let's see how it is this time. Normal
The door
staircase.
to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh, that's slightly different than before. We missed. Man, game! I mean, thank you for allowing me, but I feel like we kind of messed up the experience already because I said no last time and pretty much jumped into chapter 2 immediately. But I guess it's a shortcut if you know what you're doing. But it seems like the game really wants you to, experience this firsthand.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Well, hi.
Don't be a stranger. And it's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
At least this time she is actually bound to it. But again, also only this one, not the other one.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
If you just knew what I know.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Only because of a sword? Oh, okay, yeah, you got me. I'm here to slay you. No, I haven't decided yet. Still, you know, some step forward. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten your grip. Of course.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Funnily enough, even the voice of the hero is just... I wonder if the game is already kinda fooling us there, because it says voice of the hero, but it feels a little bit more that... not necessarily like a hero and all. He's too doubtful, maybe even. So I wonder if the different voices are also, a little bit of a... something we have to pay attention to. Explore. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade, slay the princess. I mean, man, we're supposed to talk to her, but we also know what she is. We're definitely not going to drop the blade. We're gonna die anyway. I don't think there's any way around here. What? Can we just go and slay the princess? Sorry, can we let's just draw it out a little bit more. I'm sorry, can we just
You're
talk?
so close. Don't give up. You've come this far. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
I'm not dropping the blade, though.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Well, then I'm slaying you. Fine, then. I guess we're at an impasse. Squint at the princess while holding onto the blade. Let's squint. Let's menacingly squint.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back.
I love that
The
exchange.
two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you?
She squints back. Oh, squint at the princess even harder.
You squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Well, let's do the job we've apparently come to. Let's slay the princess. I'm sure nothing bad is gonna happen at all. It's gonna work out and we save the world and it's gonna be ever beautiful after that.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Funnily enough, look at this. Even in chapter 1, we are a monster. Look at our hand, even here. And we hold the blade differently here as well. I wonder if this is an oversight, frankly. Because this was specifically stated in chapter 2 that we hold the blade differently. And we did that and we held it like this. Now we're holding the blade like this. I think it's an oversight. Or maybe it's not. The game makes you dumb. I have to admit that. But look at our arm. This seems chapter 2 kinda.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
To be fair, I don't feel like this is equal footing. We're already losing. And we're a great knight if we get like... I mean, she's a monster, clearly, but considering that she's still trapped, man, we lost this.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
And in every one, we are still having this monster arm.
We can still turn this around.
Give up, finish the job, flee and lock her in the basement. Well, we gotta try to finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
It's way too quiet, this line, by the way.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
I did not expect this to work, honestly.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words.
To be fair, her eyes actually got more, milky and so it's kind of the opposite from what the description said, in my opinion, but hey, just my opinion.
But you don't have the time to worry over such things. Everything goes black, and you die.
The thing is, I think if we would have talked more, she would have transformed into a monster and would have ended us differently.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh, I want to find out now.
And at the end of the The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Yeah, let's talk. I'm sure nothing bad is gonna happen.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Explore. Yeah, it's a pretty awkward relationship. Are you coming on to me? That just feels inappropriate, out of place. How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're going to end the world. There's people out there who think you're a threat to the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Oh, this is a sharp look. This is a sharp look. Before, that wasn't a sharp look. This is a sharp look. But again, maybe we do know that sometimes the narrator misses things, so it's hard to tell if it's an oversight of the game itself or sometimes it's intentional. Might be intentional, at least it is at sometimes. Deflect, what are you going to do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding.
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
A relationship? That weird sentence again. How would I get you out of here? Yeah, let's go with that.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Fair enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Slay the princess. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. No, examine the chains. I'm gonna help you.
You have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall, and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around. There's somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break it free. Interesting that she wants us to go back upstairs. Yeah, let's find out what happens then upstairs.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Huh. I wonder if this is another iteration of us or something. Try the door.
Try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Well, return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Probably. Let's save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh.
Ugh.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Interesting. The narrator has... So it's definitely a voice in our head, and he has some influence over us. Very interesting.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Also, we're holding the blade the different way again, which I disagree with. Because look at our mouse cursor. We're holding the blade differently. Why does... Slay the princess, warn her. Slay the princess. Well, we're gonna warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Well, funnily enough, we do know that the narrator also lies to us, because he doesn't care if we are out here alive as long as we slay the princess. We learned that. Slay the princess, resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Oh no, this is gonna hurt!
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Oh, great.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Chapter 2, The Prisoner! Wait, isn't that different title than before from Chapter 2?
You're on a path in the woods. You're here.
Wait, did we have that before as well? I'm sorry, I have to find out. Okay, let's just click this. How many options? Oh, well, this is completely different! Are you kidding me? I wanted to end this video a mile ago. Okay, we have to explore this. Sorry, guys, this is important. Okay, do you see the mirror where you didn't say anything about the mirror?
Definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as fern? There isn't a mirror.
Okay, he still does not see the mirror. Approach the mirror.
You walk. It's really...
Wipe the mirror clean,
You
and it disappears again. So this entire house is different
It must
now.
be important. We should keep our eyes peeled.
Okay, the blade just doesn't help us. Oh, wait. Well, wait, no. Is it gonna end again? Let's just enter the basement without the blade this time. What happens this time?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
To be fair, from all the iterations of the house we've seen so far, this is definitely the coziest one so
Her
far.
voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Why is this so... Okay, we're in a different chapter 2, and she's still saying she's not a monster this time. So... I did not expect that at all. I thought it was just, again, she's gonna be crazy. Okay. Okay.
You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first?
I mean, probably like the last time. She probably
You walk down the
remembers.
stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Wait, we have the voice of the skeptic now? In chapter 2, last time was contrary. Okay, now we have the skeptic.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? I'm sure the two of us have quite a bit to talk about.
Why the sound? The prisoner. So last time we met the stranger. To be continued. Uh-huh. Interesting. There's 10 routes and 1 ending to find in the demo and many more ways to die. And 1 ending. So we had the route, or look at the backgrounds here, how much more terrifying it can get. So we had the route of the stranger and the route of the prisoner so far. And apparently there's 1 ending. I'm not sure if any of these qualify for ending. Doesn't seem to. And many more ways to die. And we only saw 2 ways to die, right? And combat and... Wait, did I die another way? I'm not even sure. Not necessarily. So it really seems to depend on what choices you do, and they have a heavy impact. And of course, yeah, very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's slay the princess. In short, thumbs up. I enjoy the atmosphere and everything. My only critique really is so far not the voice acting, but overall the sound quality of the voice and how it, like the voice directing, I guess would be the proper term, and the audio design around the voice, because music is a bit too loud, voice is a bit too silent. There were some lines that were almost impossible to hear because the music was over them, and of course you can manually change that, but that should be, you know, just the default. That should be good. And yeah, maybe even the voice directing, because the voice actors and actresses, they're doing a good job so far, but I feel like there's still something a little bit missing. I feel like this is a directing thing or so, but this is just, we're going into very heavy nitpick territory right here, because I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued. Thumbs up. I'm very much looking towards the full game. I want to find out the different routes, the secret, and what you can find out. I didn't expect this to be, yeah, I expected the horror aspect, sure, but not this kind of, I don't know, what you go with this different routes and strangeness, and yeah, I'm intrigued. Thumbs up. I really enjoyed this, but of course, this is only my opinion. Please tell me what you think of Slay the Princess. Tell me what you think of my presentation and showcase thereof. Particularly in games like this, feedback is greatly appreciated, because I don't know, this is definitely a little bit of a different genre and game that I'm kind of trying to showcase here than so many of my other videos and games that I'm showing you. So please give me some feedback. Oh, she's disappearing again. This is a beautiful face. Oh, great. Man, this is honestly disturbing me. Alright, make sure to stay awesome, consider sharing the video, and we're gonna see each other in the next video. Truly, thank you for watching.